Good day viewers, this is a 2P online tutorial. This morning I would like us to review the 2024 Waec question number 5. We have different solutions out there that actually explains this concept, but I would like us to look at it from the point of conditional probability. And when we discuss conditional probability, we explain conditional probability as that probability of an event that depends on the previous event. So now, that is to say that the probability of the second event happening given that the first event has already taken place. The mathematical expression to this is the probability of event E2, the second event happening given that the first event has already taken place, is the probability of event E2 intercepting event E1 over the probability of event E1. So now, the question given to us actually explains the conditional probability. We are going to see how it explains conditional probability as regards to this particular question. So that maybe if I'm to find the question now, it means that if I cross multiply this now, the probability that this event E2 and event E1 happening is equals to the probability of event E1 which has already happened times the probability of the second event happening given that the first event has already taken place. So now let's look at how to resolve this as regards to the way this question is being asked. So we are going to do that quickly. Now we have a basket contains 3 gold plates. So for the gold plate, we have it 3. We have for diamond plate marbles, we have diamond plates. For diamond plates, we have it in 4. And we have some silver marbles. We are not told the number of silver marbles in the question. We are not told that, so you can just indicate that silver marbles as with a letter X. So we have the silver marble, itself as letter X. So if you look at this now, we can get a total of the total balls there, the total marbles given in the question. So the total marble now, the total marble will be equals to 7 plus X, that is 3 plus 4, then plus what? Plus X. Now, we are told from the question that 2 marbles were drawn from the basket at random, one after the other without replacement. That means the first marble was picked. It means the first marble was picked, then the second marble was picked after. It's a case of conditional probability. 2 marbles were actually picked, but there is a condition to the way they were being picked. The first one was picked, then the second one was picked after. So now it means that the probability that the second marble is picked is the probability that the second marble has been picked given that the first one has been picked already. That is the concept of conditional probability. So now we want to look at the marble now. They said the marble is of silver, so we can identify that let the first silver marble be X1. That is the first time you are picking the first marble to be X1. Then let the second silver marble be X2. So in that case, we can as well say that the probability of, by applying the conditional probability now, we are now saying that the probability of picking the second silver marble given that the first silver marble has been picked is equal to the probability of X2 intercepting X1, that is probability of X2 X1, that is probability of second marble and first marble over the probability that the first marble has been picked. In the question, if you read that question carefully, we can now cross multiply this now. If you cross multiply this, we are going to have the probability of x2 intercepting x1, that's x2 and x1, is equals to the probability that the first marble has been picked times the probability that the second marble is being picked, given that the first marble has been picked. If I read this question further, you will observe that we were told that these two marbles that were drawn from the basket are random one after the other without replacement. If the probability that the two marbles, you can see it now, the probability that the two marbles were all silver is 1/5. In that case, we are given the probability of x2 and x1 to be equals to 1/15. That's what we're given. So to find the numbers of silvers now, that is available, that means the number of silvers now, it means that if the two marbles is given, we are now saying that the probability of selecting the first ball or of selecting the first marble to be silver will now be equals to x over 7 plus x. That's condition number 1. Now you picking the second silver, taking the second marble from the question, now you can see that it is without replacement now. So now the probability of you picking is the silver marbles must have reduced by 1, and this one too must have reduced by 1 also. The total balls will have reduced by 1 because you didn't return. You picked, you didn't return. So now picking the second one means that probability of your x2 happening, given that the first one has already taken place, is now equals to what now? Silver marbles has reduced by 1. That will be x minus 1 over the total. Now the total can no longer be what now? 7 plus x again, because now the marbles has been reduced, the ball was not being replaced. Then it becomes what now? 6 plus what? 6 plus x. So now if you have to put this down into this particular question, into this particular formula as we have written it out, it then becomes what now? This becomes 1/15 is equals to x over 7 plus x times x minus 1 over 6 plus x. So this is what we are going to be having as the equation. This is what the equation will be giving us. So if we expand this now, we can now do the expansion out. So this one becomes 1/15 is equals to x into bracket x minus 1. Then we can have this one as 7 plus x like this. Then we have this one as what now? 6 plus what? 6 plus x. Expanding this that we have here, we are going to have this as 1/x equals to x into bracket x minus 1. Then 7 plus x into bracket 6 plus x. We can easily provide the solution out as 1/15 will then be equals to x squared minus x over 42 plus 7x plus 6x plus x squared. So we can resolve this a little bit down as x squared minus x over 42, that is over 42. Then we have this one as plus 13x plus x squared. We can also cross multiply this equation the way it is here. If you cross multiply this automatically becomes your x squared plus 13x plus 42 is equals to 15 into bracket x squared minus x. So let's try and open up this bracket on the right hand side. This is now x squared plus 13x plus 42 is equals to 15x squared minus 15x. Let's collect like terms from here. By collecting like terms, we collect like terms here. Collect like terms. So this becomes my 15x squared minus x squared. We have here as minus 15x minus 13x and minus 42 to be equals to 0. So if you look at all this I have there, this then becomes 14x squared minus 28x minus 42 is equals to 0. We solve this quadratically. Solve this quadratically, this will give us 7x plus 7. We have here as x minus 3 equals to 0. So the value of x now in this case will be 7x, so 7 will be equal to 0, or x minus 3 is equal to 0. So we have here as what our x, when solved for, and this part will give you -1, or x here is equals to what? Is equals to 3. Find the numbers of silver marbles now. The number of silver marbles cannot be negative, so it can only be positive. So in that case now, x is what? Now x is 3. So the number of silver marbles in this question is 3. We have the number of silver values to be 3. So we are writing it out here as the number of silver marble is what? Is 3. So that's the number of silver marbles in that question. Thank you very much.